Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Mr. Rusty Hydra, and this is Enlisted. Um, this live stream is going to be all about my controller settings for all of you people that are looking for controller settings. And I'm also going to be doing squad tips and tricks for BR5, how to get the best out of your squads, what you're supposed to be looking for, that kind of stuff. Um, yeah, So we're going to be going over all of that, and I'm going to be trying to do a deep dive into it, not just a 20-minute episode, but an actual deep dive into all of the settings and why I use those settings. Um, so because of that, I figured I would do that in a live stream rather than make a video. As always, I'm going to take 5 minutes. I'm going to send out some invites, that kind of stuff. So if you're watching in the future, um, you can just skip forward about 5 minutes. I'm going to start running around and moving, and that's when you know that you can tune back in. So, yeah, give me about 5 minutes. I'm going to get some invites sent out so people know to watch that I'm live, and then we'll go from there. And also, for all of you who just want the controller settings, you don't care about the deep dive or the explanation, I will also be showing you that really quickly for you guys. I'll go through all the settings um, quickly so you guys can see what they are and just put them in and run around, do whatever you want. But if you want the actual understanding of why I have everything set up the way that I do, um, that will be after. So I'm trying to please a little bit of everybody, you know? So, okay, I'll see you guys in about 5 minutes. Okay, so for all of you looking for the control settings, this is what I'm running right here. These are my movement buttons: jump, sprint, crawl, crouch. These are my weapon buttons. I have something for leaning. We'll go over that later, but for now I don't use anything else other than aiming. These are my squad controls. You will notice some things aren't on here, like pie menu and stuff. You really don't actually need those, and I can explain why later. A lot of these things just waste your time in the game. As for vehicles, I haven't really changed my vehicles much. At least I don't believe I have. I don't really use them very often. I've never used a plane. Well, I think a couple of times. But, so. Other. Here's my other. Interface. And I don't know about spectator. I've never. Oh yeah, spectating at the end of matches, I guess. So those are my settings. Now, why are they my settings? Well, because for me, I can do a whole bunch of things without ever having to lift my thumbs off of my joystick. All of the main things that I want and need are at simple presses of a button, and I could do whatever I want. So in order to show that, be forewarned, some of you might get dizzy, but I'm going to move and turn at the same time and show you, well, I'll do that in a minute, but I can show you all of the different things I can do without having to lift my thumbs off my stick. So if I want to change to my hammer, I just hold my left trigger and it pulls up my hammer. And then if I want my gun back, I just tap it. So hold brings up my hammer, tap it brings my gun back. And then if I run out of ammo, I double tap and I bring up my gun, or my pistol. Want to go back to my main gun, I tap it, hold for my hammer, double tap pistol. Back to my main gun. Back to pistol, back to my hammer. Right, I can pick up whatever I want all on one button. My aiming, when I aim, I both aim, zoom in, and hold my breath all at the same time. So I'm instantly getting the best amount of recoil control and everything, all at the same time. When I shoot, it also marks my targets. So people are like, oh, well, you're going to spam targets. Well, no, if I shoot the same area, it'll get rid of it. So if I'm having to spam an area, give me a second. So if I'm having to spam, but I'm always going to end up leaving a mark, usually, right? So shoot there, shoot there, shoot there. Now I have 3 marks, and if I shoot somewhere else, you lose a mark. So you can only ever have 3 marks, but marking targets is super important. So that automatically happens when I shoot. And the only time I need to mark a target is if there's somebody there that I'm actually shooting at. So, might as well. And then as for my grenades, right? So all I have to do is hold my right trigger, and it pulls out my grenade, and so it pulls out my grenade, and it allows you to cook it, and then you just release it to throw. Right? So it's kind of like you're playing in every other shooter where you just hold the button, release it, and throw. Right? Which makes things like very super easy. Yeah, so all of that can be done without ever having to lift my thumbs off the joystick. And then if I want to add on top of that, I can also control all of my guys. So you want to hide these guys in bunkers and in houses, stuff like that. You never want them running around close behind you like this, because they're all just going to get wiped out. So you always hide your guys. So as I'm running around, I'm going to hide them behind this building. And then I'm going to come into this building, and I'm going to hide them in here. And all I'm doing is double tapping the same button that I use for my grenades. Right? And then all of my guys will come in here. So now as I'm running around, I can control them and tell them wherever I want them to go. Alright, so if I'm coming up here, you know, go hide behind that tree, and then I keep going. I never take my thumbs off my joystick, so I can always aim at where I want them to go, and then tell them to go there. And then triple tap to cancel orders, and the odd time that you actually need to cancel your orders. I very rarely do, because I'm always putting these guys in cover, so I can just switch to the next one. Now you have your sprint, that's your L3 button. Again, you want your sprint to be able to not have to worry about taking your thumb off the joystick. But for jump, you're usually using jump to mantle something or grabbing something, so you have a second to take your thumb off the joystick, so you might as well. And then crouch is circle. So that's pretty standard in a lot of games, that crouch is circle, so you just kind of get used to it. Though I'm on the Pro controller, so I have that as my paddle, my right paddle, and I have my sprint as my left panel, because I don't like hitting L3. So I have my sprint and crouch. So while I'm moving, I can switch guns, pull up my pistols, switch guns. I can pull up my grenades, throw them. I can control my dudes, tell them where to go. And just zoom in, boom. Now some of the other controls, triangle, that's how I switch between my dudes. So if one of my guys go down, I just hit triangle and switch to the next guy. Like that. Obviously circle is crouch, X is jump, square is reload, you just tap it. You don't need to be aiming at anybody when you're reloading, so again it's fine for you to take your thumb off the joystick when you're doing that. The other ones, when you're first hopping into a round and you've got to wait your 10 seconds, after your 10 seconds you call your airstrike. So by simply tapping up on your D-pad, it'll open up your menu. If you want to switch your firing mode, so again, you're just loading into the map, or your character, you just simply push left on the D-pad and you've switched your firing mode. And then you start running. Now, one thing I like to do as well, if I have a long run in order to get to the objective, let's just say, here, we'll go over here. So say you have a long run, right? I have to get way down there in order to get to the objective. I'm going to drink my canteen, which is down on the D-pad. And then I'm going to hit R3, which brings out my melee. So if somebody comes close to you, you don't have to take your thumb off the joystick to bring up your melee. Right? But now that we've drinking our canteen, we're going to sprint. And then we're going to hold our shoot button. And then look how fast you get to run. And then you will have to build up your stamina. But if you just wait, it'll do it again. And you can gain a ton of distance by doing that.
Angriff!
And then at the end, if you run into somebody, it should switch. So when you switch over back to your gun, it does that. After running, when you switch over to your gun, it'll automatically hit whoever's in front of you while you switch your gun for you. So it's pretty nice. I like it. So these are nice, smooth controls. And with my settings, you get nice, precise control for like the small areas. So small movements, you can make nice, tight adjustments. And then big movements, moves nice and fast. Now, if you're, I have to look real quick. This might kick you guys out here for a second. Okay, so if you have the PS5 Pro controller, then you're able to adjust your stick dead zones and stuff like that. I have my left stick on smooth, and I have my right stick set to, shoot, what was it? Sorry, I have my left stick set to quick, and I have my right stick set to steady. So this way, when I zoom in, my small movements translate to small movements. But then, right? But then if I go a little bit more past the controller, all of a sudden now I'm fast. So I get small, precise movements, and then I get big movements if I need it. So that's my controller settings. I can run around, and I get 100 kill rounds all the time. It makes things very nice and easy. Okay, so let's get out of here. And I'm going to show you guys my squad setups. So just give me 1 minute here, I need a drink. Alright, so now that we know the controls, we need to understand now what makes a good BR5 team. What's a good squad? How do you set up your guys for success? Because even if you have good controls, um, if your guys aren't set up right and you leave yourself limited on the things that you can do, um, you're not going to earn as many points. You're not going to be as helpful for your team, and things can be a little bit frustrating. Now, only once you get to this BR5 point do I actually recommend that you ever spend any actual time or money on any of these guys. Um, because as of this point right now, pretty much every one of these guys I would consider to be maxed out for Germany. I don't really foresee me being able to add anything else to these guys, unless they come out with something cool in the future, or like this birthday pistol that we're getting, right? So, um, but yeah, only once you get to these guys, um, do I actually think that they're worth anything. So, the very most important guy in any squad by far is going to be your engineer. The amount of things that you can do with an engineer is like very high, but the most important thing is going to be spawn points. You want to be setting up spawn points, so every single one of your classes should have an engineer in it. And I have this um, team that I won in an event that's all engineers, so they're pretty awesome. And then this right here, this is a mobile spawn point. So even though I don't have an engineer here, I technically do have the thing that I need the engineer for, and this one's armored and requires explosives to blow up, and has a machine gun. So that's why I have this. So if I had to choose any three squads, though, in order to for endgame, it would be these top three right here. I do have the premium version of this. However, in the research tree here, you can find the non-premium version, which isn't quite as good, but still works as the same concept right here. So you're going to want to unlock this skill tree line right here in order to unlock it. And I would highly recommend that that be your first squad that you bring into every match. And then you try and hide this thing the best that you can. But anyway, so you want to fully max out your Engineer 2 squad in the upgrades. So once you unlock the Engineer 2 squad, fully max them out. This tree isn't so important when it comes to, because you're not going to, in my opinion, you don't want to keep and use the squad. You just want the guys from it. So I would always recommend you just only upgrade this XP line for the Engineer line. And then this is what you want. You want to unlock all these XP, or sorry, you want to unlock all these XP ones, and the backpack. That's just something that you want to do. I'm in the wrong, there we go. So Engineers 2, these are, that's the squad by far that you want to upgrade the most. And then once you do put them into another squad, and you've unlocked their backpacks and everything else like that, then you can have large ammo packs with them, and they're just better overall, especially with their starting perks. And we'll get into their perks here in a minute. But this is the main engineer class that you're looking for. The second most important guy is going to be your radio operator 2s. So once you get these guys, you're going to fully unlock them, and you want to unlock the second weapon slot. These guys are pretty awesome, but you want to try and have one of these guys in every squad too, because you can be constantly calling in airstrikes. And this is just going to, if you're going to go and attack a point, call in an airstrike beforehand, clear out as many people as you can, and then get in there. And it's also going to give you a lot of extra kills on top of that. So Radio Operator 2, do the same thing. Unlock that whole class, unlock everything for it, and then put one in as many different squads as you can. And then the rest, I would say you would then want to max out this Assaulter 3, or for Germany in this case, Assaulter 4s. You want to fully max them out for all their squads, and you want to actually keep that squad. So that's this squad that I'm using right here. You want to keep that squad, and you want to fully max out everything on here. And this squad is going to be very easy to earn points for, and you will max it out quite quickly. So simply because of all of the assaulters that you can have on here. The next squad I would say would be this squad, which is your Flame Trooper squad. You're going to want to fully max this one out as well. Keep hitting the wrong button. You're going to want to fully max this one out as well. And then I would have it set up. Like this. So you have your engineer, you have 2 flame troopers, you have an explosive guy who should be running like a Panzerfaust or something. Should be your long range tank killer. And then we have 2 rifleman 3s. So this is another squad that you're going to want to fully upgrade. Anything you see in here, you're going to want to fully upgrade these squads and then put them in here. So we have fully upgraded Rifleman 3. And we have the grenade launchers on this. So this is basically my bunker buster right here. So I can run up to somewhere, I can put down a spawn point, I can flame trooper out whoever's in it, I can destroy any tanks that are camping it, and then I can also destroy anybody or tanks with these guys. And then I have my radio operator to just clear out the area. So this is one of my favorite squads, and I get a ton of kills with this one. This is my other favorite squad because you get 4 assaulter guys, a machine gunner, which is basically an assaulter, and then you have your engineer and radio guy. And then this is my number 1 that I use all the time, which I've only gotten recently. And that's because this is a mobile spawn point, but it basically comes with 3 assaulters, 2 machine gunners, and a radio guy. So very, very useful. This is an event squad. I don't know if this is still available to purchase or to earn. I'm not sure, but all engineers and all assault engineers. So they all have STG 44s. And this is I want to say this is my longer range squad. They've definitely got more range on them than the rest of these guys. So they're really good for defense and offense. You could build a lot of cool stuff with them. And then lastly, I have the paratroopers. These guys are just awesome. They're basically 5 squads in one. It's a team of 6 assaulters that can paratroop anywhere you want. And then it's got 5 different classes or abilities that you can use, I guess, loadouts from an airdrop. So these guys can be very valuable, but I typically tend to use them more as a kamikaze squad. And yeah, so I'm either going to do something amazing with these guys, or I'm going to do something not so amazing with these guys. But I am a premium member. I bought the yearly membership. I buy it every May when it's super cheap. Everything's much cheaper in May, so if you can wait till May to buy your stuff, that's when you want to do it. Everything's basically 50% off. Now, a little fun thing here, I don't know if any of you guys noticed, but if you look at all of these guys and their names, I actually have all of their names and faces synced up between almost all of the squads. Almost all of them. The appearance points are not that easy to get, and it takes a lot of those tickets to change the appearance of these guys. So it's been a bit of a grind to get all of these guys looking the way that they are. But they are a group. So we have All Man Wolf, which is this guy right here in the middle. He's kind of like the dad of everyone. Well, not so much the dad, but like he is kind of like the leader of the group. And then we have Hubert Humphrey, which is this guy right here. This is his son. And then his face is wrong, but he should be basically his twin brother right here. That's Sylvester Meows. And then we have All Man's Wolf's brother, or the brother's uncle, Tweety Tweets, and that's him. And then we also have Munch, which we don't really talk too much about Munch. He's not he's a little slow Munch, but we love him and we take care of him, and he's part of the group. And then we finally, the last two guys here are the high school football teammates of the young brothers. So we have Brad Bradington and Chad Chaddington, and they're just he was the um, quarterback of the football team, and then obviously it's Brad Bradington. He's just rich, right? So, but yeah, this makes up the squad. But then also we have a good buddy of theirs. This is, thank you. Hey, enough. This is Gotthard Gethard. So his actual name is Gotthard Brockdorf, and I just thought he had the best name ever. So he's Gotthard Gethard, and he joins them every once in a while as an explosive expert. And then I haven't sorted these guys out yet either, but I'm getting there. But anyway, that's not why you guys are here. You guys aren't here to... I have a whole story for these guys, right? So just to make things a little bit more fun and interesting. So yeah, this is how I would set up your squads, right? Make sure you have an engineer, make sure you have a radio guy, and then put as much firepower downrange as you can. Now when it comes to guns for Germany, the Beretta PGCR here, the Gold Order gun, these things are absolutely amazing. They're 4-round burst, so you get all of the goodness, and every time it's basically full auto if you tap it, and it shoots fast. So you got to be careful. You will run out of ammo quite quickly. But I would highly recommend that you use this for all of your engineers and radio men if you can. You can only have 4 of them though on your team, so I would definitely have all of your engineers at least with one of these. I would always go for the backpack and large ammo. Um, I never run out of ammo, so this definitely helps. And then I've got my German officer sword and just some of the event stuff that I've earned. But just make sure you have your pistol in. 99% of the time I'm running TNT charge. You can run up to the side of a tank or jump up onto the back of it. And there's usually a grill there. You throw down your TNT, you suicide, blow yourself up, and you destroy the tank, get yourself a bunch of points. And you typically want to do that with your radio guy because he's more likely going to die before you ever get a chance to use him anyway. So he's expendable. So you kind of use him to run up and use it if you can. So, but as you can see, both of these guys have the Beretta. This guy has an FG-22. Condors, these things are amazing. You get an extra 300, so that's 400 rounds, and you can hold down areas. Things. Now again, you can have 4 of these things, and they can only go on assaulters. But you don't want to put all 4 onto the same squad, because again, these 2 guys are much more likely to end up dying before I get a chance to use them. So I only put them on the first 2 guys, and then these guys get my STGs. So if these guys have died, and I'm already getting down to these guys, that means they're holding down the area pretty good, because these guys can't get in. So I need a little bit more distance, and that's where the STGs come in play, and the MG15. So that's kind of my thought process behind building these out. And then for perks, I always try and have all 3 of these bottom ones set up. I like to have, when I can, holding breath time while aiming, because again, it automatically zooms in and holds my breath when I do. So the longer I can do that, the better. And then I also, as many times as I can, do the throwing range of grenades. And this is also helpful too because it uses 3 points to unlock. So you can get to unlocking the rest of these much, much sooner. Um, Now, when you do finally max out your guys or your squads, there's one more thing that you have to look out for, which also works on that perk system. Um, it's these things right here. So you can see that star beside the 19. That means that that guy has the perfect amount of perk points for that type of perk. So in this case, um, he has perfect perk points all the way around. If you don't have perfect perk points, then you might not be able to unlock some of these things, right? So you got to make sure that you have your guys fully upgraded, and you want to make sure that they have perfect perk points. I would buy 10 guys of that guy, and if they don't work, then you sell them. And you will lose a little bit of your initial investment, um, but not a ton when you go to sell it back. So I buy 10 at a time. I look through all their perks. If they don't have full perk points, I sell them, and then I get a new guy. And then only once they have perfect perk points do I actually throw them into any of my squads. So as you can see, all of my guys have perfect perk points all the way around. Um, so this is what I recommend for your tier 2 engineers. For your tier 4, the only reason this guy's tier 3 is because he was an upgraded guy that I got, and I don't want to get rid of him. But I believe, too, his starting perk is he has more health restored by a med pack. Now, this guy's typically the first one to go down while I'm using him, and then I immediately switch over here. So if he gets a chance to actually heal himself, I want him to be the guy that's going to get the most benefit of the healing. So it kind of worked out in my favor. That's why he's first. And then for these guys, this is what you want to set up your perk points as. Going to give you the best recoil control, and it's going to make you super fast. You want to be a speedy boy, because everybody's controls are slow, right? So they won't be able to keep up with you. A lot of people, anyway. You'll be moving too fast. For your level 3 machine gunners, this is what I would recommend you set your perks up as. Now, these guys don't have as many vitality points as you can see up here, which is again why it's even more important to have perfect points. But they don't have as much mobility or vitality. So you really got to make sure that you're spending your points well. And then because it's machine gunner, you want to have the most recoil control that you possibly can. So all of these points are allocated here, which means the rest had to be put up here. All right. And I'm not too worried about health with this guy. Again, he's going to be one of the last guys that I use if I ever get to him. So I just want some stability and more stamina so I can hold my breath longer. For the radio guys, for your level 2, this is how I would set it up. This guy should have some more mobility because, again, this is the guy I'm going to be running after tanks with. So that's kind of how I would set him up. As for your flame guys, here's how I set up the perks for my flame dudes. For my tier 2 AT gunners, now with this guy too, to be fair, this thing kind of sucks. It's not good for any sort of vehicles or anything like that. And it doesn't even have great splash damage. So really, you shoot this thing, you're killing one, maybe two guys at a time, unless they're like really tight, close in a room. Um, but the explosions from this thing is a lot of fun. So I've kind of put that on there. Also, these moon dragons or Mondragon, whatever, um, they're good, but they're not. They're good, but they're not great. I don't. I think the sights are off on that. I don't. Um, I don't know. I don't really like it. These are supposed to be explosive packs, by the way. Because again, this is going to be my a tank buster. All right, so we're going to put the large grenade pack in here, and this guy's going to be used for tanks and groups of dudes. And then again, these guys are the same thing, right? This is my tank buster. So, but with the anti-tank grenade launcher, a lot of these tanks, you can just run up to the side of it and shoot this at the side of it, just under the, just above the tracks, but just under the turret, and it'll take out most tanks. So, and then for the ones that it doesn't or just hurts, I got my TNT and I've got my explosion packs. So, and the other cool part about this too is you can send these guys. So if you hit, like if you look at a tank and you hit your order button, one of these guys will start running towards that tank and they'll throw an explosion back at it and hopefully blow it up if you just don't have time to do it. And the rest of your guys will stay in cover and you can keep going and doing whatever it is that you want to do. And this is the perk points. What else do we got here? Oh, we have, so for the driver of your APC, this is how I set up the perk points. And I believe that's everything. I've shown you the machine gunners. Okay, paratroopers. If you do buy the paratroopers, I bought these guys. I don't use them as often as I probably should, just simply because honestly, these two squads right here, and even this one, these three are just too good. Um, so only when I'm desperate do these guys come out. But when they do, man, this this squad provides me with some of the best content in the game. And I never regretted this purchase, and I use them often. So, but if you are looking to do their perk points, this is how I have them set up. I'm less worried with this one about their speed because I'm already spawning in wherever I want to be. So, but yeah, this is really a kamikaze squad essentially. And then I guess for my tankers here, because they are all fully set up, I just haven't got all of their faces and names and outfits set up yet, but they are set up. I have these guys, MP41s. Um, they're pretty good. They run out of ammo a little too quickly, I think, because of how quickly they shoot, but this is more of a burst fire gun, I guess, if you use it that way. But their accuracy is just incredible, so I use it for these guys. Otherwise, use the Beretta 40 round. But here's their perks. I believe this is for the just the gunner or the commander, and then the gunner, the driver, loader, and machine gunner. Again, all of these guys have perfect perk points. So yeah, so typically this is the first squad in all the time, and I hide this half track and I do what I can to take over the spot, or do whatever I'm doing. Um, and then depending on whether or not I'm attacking or defending or where we are, it's one of these two squads. And then once that squad's gone, it's the other squad. And then once that squad's gone, if we haven't taken the point or there's no need to move this thing yet, I usually would bring in these guys. And then this is like my emergency crew. And this I hardly ever use unless I want to do something a little different. Um, so yeah, that's how I have all of my guys set up. Um, so for these guys, this is how I have them set up. My flame troopers. Now, if you really want to, you can also swap for an assaulter in this group. Um, However, I think it's better to have the anti-tank capabilities, so I would do this and go with your Panzerfaust or um, whatever the what is it? Yeah, Panzerfaust. I would definitely go with this one. Okay. Um, Anything else? Battle Pass. Battle Pass, 100% worth it. You can cut your the amount of days you have to play in a season from 75 down to 25. And with 90 days out of the season, that's definitely going to help. And all of these little things along the way are definitely going to help you, especially your cosmetic things, your cosmetic items, and then obviously all of your gold order stuff. I haven't really been playing as much lately as I should, but all these gold order weapons are definitely worth it. And if you save up all the gold that you collect from this, you'll be able to pay for the next one when it comes out. So you'll be able to knock off 3 of these a day. It'll probably take you an hour or two playing in order to do them. Switch things out as you don't like them. All of these for me would be pretty easy. This one might take too long, so I would probably switch this one out. 5 TNT or any type of mine. This one, typically I would want to change out too, but I'm trying to do something with mines right now. I'm trying to unlock a lot of things, but Battle Pass, 100% worth it. Premium, is it worth it? If you're already BR5, not really. If you're working your way up to BR5, probably. Especially now that you can add extra squads in anyway. Um, yeah, I would. It's worth it and it's not worth it. Let's put it that way. It's worth it and it's not worth it. I only get it on, like I was saying earlier, May, when all of this stuff is half price. And yeah, like I got what usually gets you 3 months, got me an entire year. So I would, I don't know. Between the battle pass and this, it's like $20 a month. I would, when it, well, works out to about $20 a month Canadian for me. Um, if you were to buy it normally. So it's up to you. Depends on how often you play. But the Battle Pass, 100%. If you don't play often, it's worth it. If you do play often, it's worth it even more. As for weekly tasks, you do get new weekly tasks all the time. Um, these will earn you different things, usually things off of the Battle Pass, and then earn you different prizes and tasks. These are always worth doing as much as you can. I have to try and finish this. 40 enemies, 4 enemies with vehicles. I'm trying to get a pistol. Um, yeah, the weekly tasks, and then the achievements. This one is super hard. This is the only achievement I haven't finished yet. Um, and there's only certain modes that you can actually achieve this in. And This one's really hard to get. The rest of these, I'm pretty much going to get as I play. Um, like this one right here. Again, I haven't really been playing much since this came out, but um, these two right here are probably going to be my hardest ones because I don't often build engineer guns, and I don't often take out planes in the sky because I'm never flying, so it's hard to take out planes. So what I've been doing is I've been building the engineer guns and then taking down planes with it, which is why you can see these are pretty much even. Tanks, no problem, we'll take that out over time. Kill 5,000 enemies with rocket bombs or artilleries. This is just going to take time. 50 kill streak with a single soldier. I've gotten up to 44. I'm sure if I just sat down and put my head into it, got a sniper or something like that, I could easily knock that one off. But that would be something I would actually have to work towards. And this one, I hate anti-tank mines. Um, they're just a pain in the ass. You have to hope that somebody runs over them. So really, I just use them like TNT. I run up to the tank, I throw it underneath it, and then I shoot it and blow it up. And that usually works. So, but again, this one's going to take a little bit of effort, and the rest I'll just get as I play. This one again will probably be that one. So I might put in some effort and during my month off or a couple months off here in the fall, and actually do all that. But anyway, so that's pretty much what I know to share with all of you guys um, on how to build out um, your Axis BR5 team, how to get what all the perks I think your perks should be, what I think your team should look like, how you should run them and set them up, and all of my controller settings, and why I have my controller settings set up that way. Um, However, the proof is in the pudding, right? So, as they say. So if you guys give me about 5 minutes here, I'm going to take a quick break, get myself another drink, and then when I come back, I'll actually play a couple of rounds, and you guys can see all of this stuff in action. Yeah. So if you're watching this in the future, just kind of fast forward and um, yeah, go from there. Okay, so without further ado, let's just hop into it. So if you're on console, I highly recommend that you play console only. It's only going to guarantee a lot more that you're playing with far less cheaters. I'm sure there's Zenners and stuff on here, but nothing you're ever going to get to do about that until they fix it, which I don't think that they ever will. But yeah, it's just kind of, unfortunately, the way that it is. So I highly recommend that you play on console-only servers. Now again, spawning in here into the map, I'm going to turn my audio down just a little bit here. We're going to come into the map. We've got someone over there already. I've got no range.
The enemy is taking the control point.
I was not expecting him to paratroop in like that. Alright, if you're starting to get too hot in one area, move. Try and get to a different spot. Where is he? Alright, well we haven't had the greatest start. Sure. Reload our gun. It's alright though, because we are prepared for this. Although we lost the half track, that's okay. I was waiting for you. I knew there was one of you left. Although we lost the half track, we still have all of our engineers coming up in our next squads. Always crouch. You're going to get much more stability. Alright, so because we have more of an open area, I want something with a little bit more range. And I don't want to spawn close to where they are. So we're going to spawn in on the other side and we'll run our way in. Now we're going to try and find a spot that's kind of out of the way and hidden, but kind of close to the spawn point, or at least closer than the original spawn point. And we are absolutely getting wiped this round, so these kind of rounds, you just kind of do what you can. That looked like it hurt. Hide your guys behind vehicles or in cover. Kind of hang out off to the side here, kind of pick people off. We're all coming in here, so I've got my other guys hiding over there behind the truck. They're relatively safe. Hide behind cover as often and as much as you can. This is why I don't like anti-tank mines.
The enemy's trying to capture our control point.
Because they take time to arm.
Marschiert in geschlossener Formation. Ich kümmere mich, Herr Kommandant.
You're getting absolutely wrecked. Alright, where's the next objective point going to be?
Half our positions. Together, men.
Get ourselves back here. We have a long run. Build ourselves a rally point. This is the key to winning the game. Rally points. It's also the key to earning the most points. I was out of ammo. Alright, that's fine. Okay, now we will get another spawn point up. First game of the day. Leave me alone. Okay, so I've already got a spawn point over there on the right. So now I want to kind of get myself another spawn point over here on the left. And when it comes to these APCs, you want to put them, you kind of want to put them behind a building. Oh, okay, so they got rid of the one on that side already. That's okay. One of our guys. Now the APCs can't be within 50 meters of the control point. And you want to hide it behind a building. So, for me, right here, it's going to be my best bet. Now we're going to go in and try and hold a control point, and I'm going to hide my guys in there so they don't all get wiped out coming around this corner. I'm going to run in. And I have no idea why that guy is way over there. The AI has been absolutely stupid the last little while.
The enemy is taking the control point.
Alright, they're in there. A shotgun at me?
The enemy is rushing the control point.
Oh, come on. I'm playing like doo-doo right now. See, though, my truck is all nice and safe. At least for now.
This is our last point of defense. Hold out to the last man.
We are being steamrolled.
Angriff! Stirb! Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung.
Alright, get my guys inside. And I know they're coming, they're gonna rush, so. Come on, get rid of the door, thank you.
The enemy's trying to capture our control point.
Okay. Alright.
Marschiert in geschlossener Front. Ich kümmere mich drum. Gemacht. Ja! Der Sieg wird unser sein!
Oh, we didn't stand a chance on this one.
Diese Position, Alter!
Yeah. For what it is, I think I did okay. Yeah. How do we do? Yeah. So that's alright. Let's hop into another one. Sometimes it's just what happens. But you will notice that despite, I was still in the top two. Alright, so again, we're going to grab our half track. As always, number one. We are attacking again. How are we looking? Okay. Come on, buddy. Let's go. I'm not following you. I like how thin and nimble this thing is. So we can't be within 50 meters of the objective. But that's okay. When we're attacking, we don't want to be that close anyway. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to end up parking up right here behind this building. So I think this is going to be close enough that it's going to allow our team to have multiple entry and exit points. And I think here would have been too close. Oh, yeah, you got me, okay. So now we're going to want to go to a different spot. They saw us there. Too many people will sit there and run from the same spot. And that's just an easy way of getting yourself killed. Wipe out your whole team that way.
Our forces are in position. You're capturing a control point.
That's a dangerous corner to peek out of. Want something done, do it yourself. $300 bullets in a dream. Oh, don't set me on fire. Alright, now we're cooking.
Ich rufe die Artillerie!
Control point is ours. Move on to the next one.
Ah! No, I'm gonna go and clear that out. So I'm gonna spawn here. I'm gonna switch over to this. We're gonna quickly switch to auto. And we're gonna drink our drink. Switch over. Sprint. Oh, that guy got splattered all over that wall. I finally clear this fucking bitch out? Nope. Okay, I think so. I can still hear their spawn point over there, actually.
Our forces are taking the control point.
Come on. Get up there, get up here. Thank you.
Our team started capturing a control point.
Ah. Okay, I can never make this, but I'm gonna give it another shot.
Marschiert in geschlossener Formation.
Fertig machen zum Springen!
We're gonna give it a shot.
Verlass das Flugzeug!
Come on, go forward. Let me in. No, yes. I mean,
Aufpassen!
okay.
Our forces are in position.
Didn't work as I wanted it to, but you know, it's just how it happens.
Was kommt denn her? Ja, da kommt ein Wetter.
Our forces are taking the control point.
Gonna go get a half track up there. This guy will get out of my way and let me through the tunnel. I actually think he just helped me out by taking out a tank. Aww. Whoa! Where did that guy come from? Oh, right on the money. Yeah, bitch.
Our boys are capturing the position. Excellent. Move out to the next control point.
Was noch nicht genug? Diese Position halten!
Alright. Move up.
So, wir müssen schießen!
Alright, where are we going? Let's go this side.
Marschiert in geschlossener
And yeah, we'll
Formation.
run with that. That'll be fine. And this guy right here. Build you an ammo depot, buddy.
Artillerie! Feuer auf den Platz!
Verstanden. Artillerie, Feuer! Enemy bombers are approaching.
Come on, come on, come on, I saw him. Where'd he go? What? Alright, you motherfuckers.
Our men are capturing the position.
Folgt einfach dem Blick!
this is probably going to get blown up, but, you know. Shock and awe! Fuck you, kill everyone! Oh, that was gross. Will he stand up? Nope. Well, this though is the perfect time for this squad right here. Dual flamey boys! Ah! Ah, motherfucker! Shock and awe! Alright, gotta move my guys forward. We're just gonna go for it. Ah. Come on, let this be TNT. Thank you. So you just do that, and then you do this. No, I needed that guy. Oh, I should have waited. Alright, Gothard, it's up to you, buddy. No C4, I've got nothing. Need a rally point. Okay, I'll get you a rally point. Thought I had one already up there, but okay.
Marschiert in geschlossener Formation.
Jawohl, Herr Kommandant.
Wir brauchen Artillerieunterstützung.
Verstanden! Bestätige Feuer! Schön, so geht das, ja!
Oh, this isn't gonna be good. That was a great airdrop by that plane. I'm more impressed than anything with that.
Positiv. Diese Stellung verteidigen! Gut gemacht.
I'm gonna get hit by an airstrike, I think.
So, wir müssen diesen Punkt halten.
Alright.
Marschiert in geschlossener Formation.
Well, that changes things.
Diese Position halten!
Our forces are in position.
Bin am Erobern!
There's just one position left. Keep the pressure on.
All up to you, Munch. Ooh, that hurt. Oh, that guy just made me turn French. Follow behind the tank. See, that guy knows what's up. Go, buddy, go, don't stop. See how long that lasts. My guess, not very.
Wir müssen diesen Punkt halten! Diese Stellung verteidigen!
Our forces are taking the control point. Capturing.
Der Sieg wird unser sein! Bin am Erobern!
Ah.
Ja, ist das toll! Ich rufe die Artillerie!
Our boys are capturing the position.
Bin am Erobern!
wasn't quite ready for him. When you have one of these down, try not to use it, so that way other people can spawn on it and get the points. Although I did just watch it get blown up. I deserve to die on that one. I was aiming at the wrong guy. Try not to get stuck on these little tangents out here, where you're fighting guys on the opposite. I mean, it's always a good idea to clear them, but try not to. You'll get distracted when you could be over here earning actual. This is where the big points are. Oh, it's a meat grinder. Meat grinder. Woo! I'm number one. I'm number one. There you go. Over 100 kills in the game. So that's why I use these controls. And that's why I have my squad set up the way that I do. And it just gives me the most freedom and flexibility to do what I need to in a match. So yeah, I hope these settings help, and I hope you guys can also get a whole bunch of kills in your game. Boom. Alright, just unlocked 2 stages. So, but yeah, that's about it. Any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments. I have no problem answering. And if you guys like what you saw, and this actually helps you guys, please, it really helps me out. Alright guys, thanks. See you in the next one. Peace.